Considering that this movie's having its 30th anniversary this year, I thought to review this instead of reviewing that Cat in the Hat movie because I do not want to review that. Anyways, and that will be Toy Story. Yes, do you remember the old animated classic? Yeah, this was beloved by a lot of people. But anyways, so now that we're getting to this animated masterpiece, will this show Pixar on what it is today, or is Pixar not ready to make computer animated features? Let's find out. The story. Now, you might think that we've already seen this story where whenever their owner is not here, they just come to life. Yeah, that is kind of like that. But anyways, it reminds me of Dog McStuffins, where only Dog could hear him talk, but other people, they just go stuffed. That's kind of what it reminds me with Toy Story. But anyways, the story is kind of very, very incredible. It would probably be one of the best stories I have ever heard in an animated feature. Because trust me when I say that it is a very good way on showing how we... Anyways, the story, it is just incredible beyond belief. The animation. I will say that the animation is just incredible, but it might be a little outdated. Where now that skull looks like super creepy, and instead it seems menacing. But does that mean that the animation is bad? Absolutely not! I love the character designs. They just bring everything on the showing. Unless if the humans get involved, then it gets a little creepy. But I still like the character designs. I still like the human designs. It's just how he gets a little close-ups. But anyways, the animation is just incredible, phenomenal, and more. The characters. Now here comes the best part that brings out the message and heart. It's the characters that bring in the comedy, heart, and message. First you got Woody, who is Andy's favorite toy, but then who was replaced by Buzz from his birthday, which speaking of that, Buzz is a toy from space, who is a space ranger who thinks he can fly, but Woody keeps telling them that he's, hold on, get ready, you're not a toy! I know, it was hilarious. I just thought it to the reviewing Toy Story. I thought to added that. But anyways, then you have Bo Peep, which I really think she was which now is like Lola from Shark Tale, but a little nicer. Where it's Woody's girlfriend. But then you have other characters then you have Andy, who's like the avatar for the toys, and then baby Molly, Molly, Annie's baby sister, Sid, the main villain of the movie, who's kind of menacing for a toy. And with other characters like Rex, Slinky, Mr. Potato Head, Ham, and more, they bring out the comedy gold. And even though some of those actors passed away, we'll always remember them. But anyways, this would be probably one of the best characters in an animated feature. Even though the characters from Monsters Inc. are good, Toy Story just has great characters that will never be forgotten. Toy Story is just an animated animation classic with a great story, beautiful animation, and one of the best characters in an animated feature. If you're a fan of animation, if you love movies or love Disney, you gotta go see this. This is an accomplishment to show what animation is today. Well, of course, it gets the Chicken Grayson seal of approval. There's no question about it with a 10 out of 10. But that is nothing compared to the true achievement it earned as one of the best animated films of all time. Hey guys, this is Chicken Grayson, and wow, I really had a fun time with this feature because this just showed that Pixar literally is one of the best animation studios of all time, where we have some great classics now like Finding Nemo, A Bug's Life, and also made a sequel, which was one of the best animated sequels, which I hope I'll review Toy Story 2 sometime in the future. But anyways, the rest of other classics like Ratatouille, which my mom really likes, by the way, Cars, and many more, like Elio, Elemental, and more, they'll just become one of the... It just shows Pixar that they're one of the best animation studios ever made. But anyways, we're done with Toy Story. It is now time that I am going to do something different. But anyways, this will be the final time that I will choose them. But anyways, we are heading to a new phase. But anyways, now it's time for me to tell you the next movie that I am going to review. Well, apparently, this will definitely not be as good like Toy Story because some people say it's one of the worst animated films of all time compared to what people and this is from the Weinstein Company, who works on a project like Escape from Planet Earth, The Nut Job, and Hoodwink, which I've seen Hoodwink, and even though it has some bad animation, it's a good film. And I also seen some of the sequel, Hoodwink 2. But anyways, that is not what Weinstein Company film we're reviewing. We are reviewing the American version of The Magic Roundabout. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the next movie that we're going to review from Chicken Grayson Classic Reviews. To go! You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. We got trouble. Oh my head, miles and miles on your nice warm bed. You turn me on the wrong guy, say, oh, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.